What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today I'm working on this F20B swapped Integra. Built the motor some time ago, and I'm working on turbo kit. Pretty much got the turbo kit all wrapped up. I just got to build a dump tube, and just got to put some clamps on the radiator, tighten up some clamps. I'm waiting on the coupler to come. Don't mind that, that's just mock-up purposes only. And then fix some vacuum leaks, and I have to make a block off plate for the EGR valve and get an alternator belt, pour oil in it, change the fuel pump, and it should start. I can start on a stock fuel pump. I just gotta drain the old ass gas that's in there right now. It's a customer from South Carolina. Basically it's got RSX Type S pistons in it, stock rod, stock crank, new bearings, refreshed head, comp stage 4 clutch, M2B4 trans with LSD, and yeah, that's about it. Innovative mounts, the H2B thing. I just gotta drill these 2 holes for it because I had a slight miscommunication on how to install the mount. But we got that all figured out. Did ABS delete on it, also painted the engine bay. It's been sitting for a while. Y'all probably seen in some of my back videos. Just not getting to wrapping it up. So hopefully by Friday, it should be done, tuned, and ready to be picked up. So along with the car, since we are doing the F20 swap, a company named Jackspania. I buy a lot of stuff from them, like the billet shifter boxes, the cables, the billet brackets, their intake manifolds, and some little odds and ends stuff that they sell too. They contacted me and they asked me to scroll through their products and see what I would be interested in. I was already going to put a billet box in this car, but they had a kit that comes with the box, the cables, the bracket, the H to K bracket, and the shifter plate. So they sent that stuff to me. We're gonna be doing an install video on that and pretty much reviewing it. So here I have the box. I'm not gonna show you the other side, my address on there, but I have the box right here. Haven't opened it yet, so we're gonna do a little opie right now. And here we are. So here's the box, top part the shifter, the cables, the transmission bracket, and they also send you the adaptive side of the cables. So these are RSX spec right here, and you have to swap out the up and down. Well, the side to side one would be this one, so you change it to this one, and then this one I believe is the same as an RSX, if not, but I'm gonna change it out anyway. Actually, the hole is smaller. So yeah, we're gonna be changing all this stuff out and getting it installed. Ooh, is this a shift knob? Ooh, and they send a little shifty knob. My boy, this is nice. So got the little logo on there. Super nice ass knob. So stay tuned, and we'll be just going through the whole install video. I got to take the exhaust off the car first and just nut bolt the underneath it. I do have to build an exhaust for it also, but actually no, I'm not going to take it off the lift because I'm gonna have to go up and drill a hole to put the shifter cables to it. So yeah. All right, so this car originally was automatic. So what we're gonna go ahead and do first is take the center console out and the auto shifter and this little Johnny right here, and we need to drill 1, 2, 3, 4 holes for a shifter to be mounted to. I thought it came with a base plate, but I guess I was mistaken. So normally with base plate you still drill the holes. Actually, if it was a manual, you'll bolt it to the 2 holes that are already there with the 12mm nuts that the B series or D series shifter would bolt to, and then you'll drill 2 holes in the front for the shifter to be mounted to. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all this stuff out, and then I'll show you guys the holes that I'm talking about. All right, so I have the auto shifter out, And I got the billet shifter here, and basically the holes I was talking about are there is not this hole, but you see this right here where my fingers at, that hole right there and that hole right there, were those two holes are where the factory holes line up for like a shift linkage, like the B series, D series ones. So basically what you do is you take the box, put it over those holes, you mark pretty much where you want the box to be. I kind of like to mount the box on top of the carpet because it, you know, just makes it look a lot cleaner. Integras, the box fits inside the stock shifter where the shifter goes very well with I think minimal modifications. So I'm gonna clean all this up. Obviously this car's been sitting for a while. The guy that had it before, the new owner, just used to daily it around back and forth to work, and his son painted the car as a project for school, and after he got done with school he was just like he was gonna let the car go. So the carpet's gonna get like all cleaned up and stuff. But other than that, yeah, so with the base plate mounts the same way. It's basically the same diameter of the box itself, so you would just mount it here, and it also comes with these holes there for the guide to where the drill the holes. So what I'm going to do is now I have a permanent marker right here, and I'm just going to stick the marker inside these holes and mount out, pinpoint where I want the box to be mounted, and then drill the holes and mount the box. All right, so box is installed, super sturdy. I also, if you can see it through here, I put some diamond plate, like some aluminum diamond plate, sealed it up, sealed the hole that was there. Since I didn't get any hardware with the box itself, I just used some 12mm bolts that I had in my bolt bin, and I also put some nuts on the bottom. You can, if I would have thought about it, I would have just drilled holes and nut serted the box in there instead of doing a through bolt. But sometimes the nut certs can come loose, and like on a hard shift, even though you really don't need to shift these boxes hard, it'll rip the nut cert out. So the through bolt thing is kind of like a foolproof idea. I also took out that bracket that was here, so I can route the shifter cables, and I need to jump the neutral safety switch on the auto manual conversion, and that'll wrap that part of it up. So what I'm going to do now is go under the car, and I'll show you the spot that you need to drill to route the shifter cables. If you route these shifter cables in any other spot, the cables will bind up. So they kind of need some travel time inside the car. You can't just like shoot them straight out of the car, because I've done that before, and the cables either binded up and broke, or the car didn't shift at all. So let me go ahead, raise the car up, and then I'll show you underneath the car where you need to drill the hole. So what I have here is a 2-inch hole saw blade, and if you have an Integra chassis, you have a freaking O2 sensor hole here, and behind the O2 sensor hole there's this hole right here. EG chassis also has the same thing. EK chassis also has the same thing. This hole is the hole that you want to drill out to route the shifter cables through. You can go right here, like you can widen this hole out also, but then you get to a point where the shifter cables need to come and go underneath this or in between the sway bar, and you won't be able to get the shifter cable into it without it bonding. So back here is the perfect spot for it. So I'm going to go ahead now and drill this out. Yeah. God, I knew that was going to happen. Broke my bit. I'm back. Oh shoot. No, it's my drill.
Oh, sorry for asking, bud. Hey, you got the camera going? Hey, sorry for asking. Sorry for asking.
Your excuse.
Hands up, don't shoot.
Wow.
Wait, where you go?
Alright, so got these shifter cables on the box. Got it ran through the hole. I have them ran through here. I have the sway bar drop down right now. I have this bracket right here that I was going to use from Innovative and just buy either a set of these cables or a set of stock cables, but you can use these. A lot of people don't know you can use these cables or this bracket with stock cables or a stock bracket. And if you use the cables with a stock bracket, you can use the you can unscrew this off and you can practically just take it off, and you can use the stock cable bracket clips on this. And if you use this bracket right here and you use a stock cable, I believe you move these forward, and you use the stock cable clips on here also. If you use the stock cables, you move this forward and you put stock cable bracket, the stock clips on it. So I'm gonna take that bracket off, mount this bracket up, and then put the cables on, and get some cotter pins, and that pretty much wrap up the install. We're just gonna run it through the gears inside the car, and put the clean the center console up, all that gunk on it, put the center console back on, and that'll wrap up the install on the cables. What are you doing? What does that smell like?
It's cake.
That's not cake. That's metal.
Oh yes, it's metal. Yeah, it's in the car.
All right, guys. It's been like a week and a half later. I had to order a tap and a drill bit because this doodad right here comes about 1 inch too long, and it was actually overextending, and it wouldn't let me put it on and be able to secure it to the bracket. Let me take this hose off. Wouldn't let me secure it to the bracket, so I ordered the tap, and I got it tapped out, well, drilled and tapped out, and it actually shifts surprisingly smooth. The only thing is I may have to take the trans back out of the car. I did a gear set swap on it, and I may have done something incorrectly, and it does not go into fifth and reverse, but it does have like first, second, third, and fourth, and then you try to put in fifth and reverse and it doesn't go in there. So it may be a transmission issue, and or I might just need to start up and then get some fluid going, and then it'll loosen up and go on during fifth and sixth. I'm not fifth and sixth, fifth and reverse. I'm so used to 6-speed cars. But other than that, the shifter box and the shifter box cables and bracket install is done. If you like videos like this of product reviews, leave a comment. Also like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next upload.